we will just go live and get the ending back on for you. So apologies about that one. Not sure what happened there then, but the stream has just gone down. Was just about to put in the chat for driver of the day. And down went the stream. No, I didn't put. No, that's the thing is, I'd literally gone to grab my mouse on the computer, and the stream has just ended. But the stupid thing was, it was still running on Streamlabs, so the software was still running, but it went down on YouTube. So I don't know if that's something on YouTube's end.
Has your personal stream gone down on?
No, that's the thing is, the personal stream, everything is up. Everything is running.
Meanwhile, well, no point commentating to the code.
Oh no, we're back live. Yeah, we are back live. That's why I've carried on.
I need to refresh YouTube then to bring the stream back up. I think that's it. Yeah, it must be. There's not the overlays on it. Apologies for technical difficulties.
Yeah, not sure.
Cutting the corkscrew there.
Not sure what happened there, but if people do get back in, well, Overtaker's within 6/10 of Michael Eckholt, and your driver of the day poll is up.
Yeah, I know who my driver of the day.
Yeah, I've got one as well. I think it's different to what you're going to say.
Well, mine drives a car that begins with H. He's ever had 2 quite good races. Was he P4 on race 1? I can't remember. No. But okay, it probably isn't the same driver.
It's probably not the same driver at all.
No.
Overtaker's within a second now of Eckholt at the end of this race.
Yeah. But they've now cleared for traffic up there.
Yeah, they cleared that while the stream was down.
New stream
the new stream. Hit the thumbs up button. Apologies for whatever happened. That was strange because my personal stream's still going. Streamlabs was still going. Either way, we've got a battle for the race lead here, right here at the end.
Yeah, we have, and Eckholt was giving it everything he's got.
Joe's down to 16th. He's lost out to Richard Beasley and King. Probably another moment. But he carries that fastest lap still.
Yeah, as there
he is. Cruiser in the chat. He had a disconnect.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interwebs. Then Mitchell McCann and his wheelbase is gone.
A wand because of a thunderstorm having power cuts.
Yeah. That could be worse. It could be the internet dying. What was it the other night? On Sunday night when you do an ARL.
Oh, let's take a just span. I've just heard a car slow. That is the 10. That's Joe again. No, it's Joe.
Taker's wiggling.
He is wiggling. But I heard a car. I heard a car very, very off, and it was Joe. Taker is slow though at the minute.
Is Taker on his new pad or his old pad?
I assume his new pad. Is Taker out of fuel? Oof. Ben is going to put a lap on Joe. Joe can only lose out to Dennis Newman from here. And Dennis isn't really near Joe.
No. So Taker had a bit of issues then as well.
Yeah. Oh, and he's straight down the chicane at the corkscrew now. Has Overtaker. Please get your vote in the chat. And now he's been re-unlapped by Ben and Fury.
Yeah, but Fury's car's so loose.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage to that car. He stays wide to let Overtaker back through.
Former teammates last season?
No, season before.
Season before?
Last season of PS4 ACC, where they won the Constructors' Championship together.
Yeah, so now we're on the last lap. Eckholt is miles, well, good 6 seconds in front.
Newman's back in the pits.
No, did he drive in or did he return?
Not sure. Either way, it's 3/4. Joe is very, very loose, but Mitrovicanen now, Eckholt, sorry, 6 seconds up the road. What is Fuchs to Taker? Last lap. You don't think Taker's either pad dying or running out of fuel?
I hope it in a new pad, Don, because I'll be straight to shop.
Oh, he's going to be. He's got Fuchs covered, but it's going to be Eckholt, who seems to constantly win the race twos at the moment.
Yeah.
18th place in race 1. It is going to be his 3rd race win at SimPlay Motorsport. His 3rd race win of the season. What a shame he wasn't here from the start. He could have been a real force to be reckoned with. Gap's now 7.5 to overtake it.
And all the podium is PlayStation.
Yeah, they are indeed. And I might have to let you do the interviews while I sort the drop scores out. But it is going to be Michael Eckholt who will take home yet another race 2 win. Great drive from him. Overtaker very sluggish out that final corner to get away. He's going to come home for 2nd place. It is going to be Fuchs who will take P3. Insert coin. He's not a million miles away, so a mistake would drop Fuchs down the order.
What's his PSN name? So I could try to invite him into the party. Overtaker we have in here, don't we? I couldn't last time.
Well, Fuchs comes to the line. He's going to take that P3. Insert coin is going to come across for P4. Michael Harris not far off the back of him for 5th place. Then it's going to be Cloudant for 6th. And then Dan Davis in a 7th place. Is he waiting for his teammate Mike Matthews? Or is Dan out of fuel? I'd love...
out of fuel. No,
he's not. He's waiting for Mike. I'd have loved Mike to have passed him there. That'd have been funny. Yeah. So Dan 7th, Mike 8th. Gary's going to come across for P9. Ian Gray has finished a lap down in 13th place. RB Racing down in 15th. There comes Gary to the line. Just waiting now for Dennis Newman, who it won't let me press on. No.
I can't click on Dennis.
So I think Dennis has left. But I don't think Dennis crossed the line to finish the race. No. And somebody's just left the lobby, so I can't now do the results at the end.
Drivers, do not leave the lobby until we've got the results.
Yeah, Dennis, I don't think crossed the line there. He stayed in the pits at the end, so I don't want questioning. He will score points for the finish. Saber didn't race in that one. Pacina didn't turn up all night. Ben comes across for a P10 in that one. King 14th. Joe got 16th and the fastest lap of the race. I definitely don't think that that Dennis Newman crossed the line. So that one might need looking at. It could be his 2nd retirement in GT3s. He will score points for that. Now, while we await people to come into the lobby, let's just take a quick look at the drop score. Dan gains 2 points. That is now his new drop score. His drop score was 82. It's now 80.
Did they say they were okay on the sign-ups?
I cannot remember. RB gains 7 points. That's his drop score. Insert coin had a great round down here, 33.78. That is Eckholt's drop score of 68, so he gains 10 points. Kyle's drop score is now 0.
I've invited...
King's drop score is now 34. Bates' drop score is 53.
Fuchs.
Let's see if we get a driver interview, but we can tell you, though, the tables look a little like this. With Tuesday night being GT4s, make sure you join Dan Davis, 8 p.m. GMT +1 for all the action. Myself and Dan Davis, 8 p.m. GMT +1 for the Pro-Am action, and myself and Phil will be back 8 p.m. GMT +1 for the Pro action. With 565 points left, Dan has a 97-point lead over Jamal Clouden. It is sitting pretty in his hands at the moment. Overtaker now moves above Harris in P3, closes the gap to Dan. RB Racing is P5 with Gary Leach, 25 points behind him in P6. Guy Schundermeyer stays in 7th with Insert Coin moving up to 8. Mike Mathew stays 9th from Tobias Hopper in 10th. Eckholt now moving up to 11th place. He's 310 points behind Dan. Gains on him a little bit tonight with Ian Gray in 12th place. Then it's Nikita and Ben from Dennis Newman, Pacina, Gary Burton, Flem Speed 1, O'Reilly Saber, Kyle Fuchs, Ramy Mitrovican, Joe Bates, King, Clarbel, Stein, Cruiser, Simon Sullivan, Zandberg and Joseph. For the first time this season, Simon, Sullivan, Zandberger and Joseph cannot win the championship. They are done. Sapini, we're getting to that stage of the season. In terms of that Constructors' Championship, though, SimPlay Racing extend their gap 45 points over Team FBR with Quantum Apex Motorsport P3, Greasy Bandits P4 from Jaeger Motorsport in 5th, GK Racing in P6, Effect Motorsport 7th, BSP Racing P8 from FSO Racing Team P9. These are independents. Effect Motorsport Team 2 are 11th place from Smoky Racing, and Vorta Racing bringing up the rear. We have the Race 1 winner and the Race 2 runner-up. So we will first of all speak with Overtaker, who was second place in that second race. Overtaker, what happened at the end of that race? Because that looked like something was going wrong.
Yeah, I've decided to name my pet Daniel because he cracks under pressure every time on the glimpse on the victory he decides to cut out. So I was so annoyed, man. I had the pace, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be.
Well, that's it. You've had great pace all night on the back of Dan race 1, on the back of Eckel in race 2. It was really good to see Dan, the name of the pad. That's interesting. Laguna Seca, though, it took a while for you to come out on the track in practice, but turned out to be a really good night for yourself nonetheless.
Yeah, like I said last week, I love the track. I enjoy racing it. It's hard to pass, but if you can set up correctly and make opponent do mistake, you can do it. But yeah, the McLaren struggles a lot with dirty air, so race 1 I could not get past them, so well done to him for holding it. But race 2 he made a mistake on the corkscrew. I capitalized it, but then I made I wouldn't say wrong call on the pit strategy, because when I saw the P2 guy undercutting me, I checked the tables behind and no one has pitted yet behind, so I was sure he's gonna get in some traffic and lose even more time, so I stayed out. But I don't know how it was on stream, but he undercutted me and managed to hold it.
And race 2 was a good one as well. You was leading the race up until the pit stops, like you've just mentioned there as well, but just wasn't to be. Just a pad at the very end. That's 2 weeks running now that the pad has cost you a result at the end.
Well, I don't know if I overtook him, but certainly I would put the pressure on, because I had confidence ever since the track went to optimum. I found a lot of grip, but yeah, I have to check the stream back if he got a bit lucky, I think, when pitting, because I was sure that undercut is gonna be a bad call on this track, because it's such a short track, and I was certain he's gonna get into traffic and lose even more time, so that's why I didn't cover him.
We go to
it is what it is, so
yeah, that's it. We go to the Hungaroring though next week, a track you've had quite a lot of success at in the past. Last time we raced here, you had a cracking couple of wins over Ripper back in the good old days of PS4. Can you replicate that? Can you do it again?
Well, we'll see, because that was the Bentley time. That was my prime car, so this time around, I don't know. I did one race, I think, in Hungaroring, and the McLaren doesn't feel the fastest there, but yeah, like I said, I like the track. I'm gonna give it my all, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see indeed. Overtaker, congratulations tonight, and well done. We'll let you go and see you next week. And we'll speak to your race 2 winner as well now, because I've got a few questions to ask Dan. Michael, another race win in race 2 for yourself. That was an absolutely fantastic race. Really fast, but you managed to hold on in there at the end of the race and get that win. What did you make to Dan? Obviously, it looked like he'd left you an overtaker at the early stages. Made a couple of mistakes that helped you out. Yeah, all good. Hungaroring next time out. What can you do around there? Well, Michael, congratulations, and we'll see you next time. And we can turn now to Dan Davis. Dan, in control of race 2, looked comfortable in race 2. And after I said them words, it went downhill faster than you on a BMX circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just there wasn't any real mistake or from pressure. It just hit a bump, and the Lambo didn't like it. So changed the setup for race 2 because I knew what these boys were doing with lap times wise. So I went on a more aggressive setup rather than more the safer setup. And yeah, just the sausage curbs. I mean, I wasn't touching them most of the week, and come race day, trying to get into the 22s of these boys, just clipped one too many curbs. So yeah, but race 1 was fantastic, brilliant. P2, I'll take that from the back of the grid, from last up to second. So yeah, and just Harris and Clouden were just in front of me. So really not. It seemed worse than it actually looked, but it's not. It's still gained, and it might be my drop score as well. So it's actually points possibly gained instead of lost. So.
I was just about to ask you about that one, because obviously you had a pretty good race in race 1, obviously losing out to Fuchs, who started at the front of the pack, really being newcomer for this week. Obviously, if you go back to last season's rule, he'd have started behind you, starting at the front, but he's not your rival, is he, this season, coming into the championship so late? So losing to drivers like that, you possibly don't mind at times.
No, I was just keeping an eye on where Harris and Clouden are. I know Clouden's always going to be faster in general, because the McLaren is just genuinely quicker than the Lamborghini. The Lamborghini, in my hands tonight, should have won, just due to the advantage that it had round here, but too many errors. Just after the first mistake in the corkscrew, I just tried too hard to push, because I knew I could catch them. They were doing 23s, I was doing 22s, and just got in over my head. And yeah, we now look to Hungaroring for the next race, and I think the McLaren should be strong there. The Lamborghini, I think, will struggle. It's too slow a circuit, I think.
You say this, but the last time you raced at the Hungaroring, you managed to win in a Retia. So anything's possible.
Yeah, but let's be honest, I was on pole position on a track that I can't overtake. So, but I mean, anything can happen. I mean, the weather would be fantastic. I would like a bit of rain again. I like the rain. So if the rain can come, fantastic. But,
changeable?
One or the other, preferably. I mean, if it's changeable and I don't like it, you know what tends to happen. But yeah, I'm just frustrated with myself for race 2. And I've had a great night's worth of racing with Overtaker tonight. It's been brilliant. And yeah, I'm just annoyed at myself.
Bring on next week. If your mum's widening the door frames, watch the stream back, you'll find out why. PN, great night's worth of racing. Driver of the day and final thoughts from yourself?
Well, driver of the day, you can't look past them Fuchs, can you?
We have gone the same one then.
Yeah, Fuchs. Race 1 winner and podium second race, so solid night for him in the McDonald's livery Ferrari. Maybe it's McDonald's.
Solid livery indeed. Fuchs gets driver of the day in the chat and from the commentators as well. But we head to the Hungaroring next week for rounds 15 and 16 of the GT3 action, and join Dan Davis on that Tuesday night for rounds 3 and 4 of the GT4s, in which it will be the first race of reverse grid and ballast for them GT4s. 40 kilograms for Sky Shundrelmeyer to carry through, and the top 8 will go from 40 to 5. Anybody outside that top 8 in the championship will then carry no ballast going into that opening race. So this is going to be an interesting one to find out what the drivers are going to be able to do with that ballast on board and with that reverse grid. It's going to be a belter. You will not want to miss that one. Join Dan Davis live Tuesday night, 8 p.m. GMT +1 for all the action. Me and Dan Davis will be back live for the Pro-Ams again next Wednesday at Hungaroring, and me and Phil Raiden will be back in the commentary box for Pro in a week's time, in which Hungaroring, the weather I saw today, obviously it can change over the weekend, it's locked in 24 hours before, was 30 degrees and sunshine for GT4s, was 30 degrees and cloudy for Pro-Am, and was 30 degrees and wet, or showers, for Pro. There are thunderstorms there at the moment. Saber left due to the weather at there, and I do believe he's near Hungaroring as well. I got sent a video today of what Hungaroring looks like at the moment for the F1. It is wet as anything. So this could be an interesting race. You know where to find us. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit that bell to be notified. As well, apologies for the stream going down. Not sure what happened. Hopefully that won't happen again next time. But we will be back on Tuesday night. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. Take care. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.